bit different from how I thought, because I thought I was going to be working with, I'm in a school of like a language school for foreign people coming to learn Spanish, and I thought it was going to be around. I thought it would be Spanish people learning English. I'd be able to help out in that way. It wasn't. So instead, I'm doing like online work with computers and stuff, which I don't mind too much because I'm alright with the computer. It's a lot like English businesses, really. It's just a lot warmer. They finish work a bit sooner. Quite relaxed. It's more relaxed than I thought it would be. I don't know.
What about Juan?
Yeah, I like Juan. He likes music. He used to be in a band. Apparently, I'm in a band, and we talked about that for a bit. And yes, so we sat working. We'll all pitch in an idea for a song to play, and he's got it on the computer, and we listen to music. So that's I quite like that. It's quite quiet. It's laid back. It's really quiet. So everyone gets on with what they're doing. But I'm getting to hear what they're saying around me more than sort of me having to ask things. But it's all quite regular language. People just older than me. So I'm getting some people that's just talking in a regular situation rather than just a classroom setting, which is very prescriptive. But it's a bit different.
So in that sense, you learn something different then from learning something in the classroom, right?
Yeah.
Is it hard to understand?
First 3 or 4 days, yeah. I was getting like 50% of it, if that. But now I'm getting like 80–90% of it. It's not bad. It's sort of, I just came in one morning, I was like, oh, I think I got that. So yeah, it's kind of like riding a bike, I think. I remember when I was little, I just sort of, the day before I was like, I could go like a metre and just fell off, and the day after I could do it for some bizarre reason, so it was a bit like that, and just sort of clicked.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's something like well to get fluent, but it's a lot more coming through, and it's like you can hear the words more. You're not hearing just a torrent of words.
Yes. Well, that's quite quick then, after 3–4 days, you know.
3–4 days to start, and it's not 3–4 days to start learning language. 3–4 days to start picking out what they're saying, and just you probably know most of the words, but it happens so quickly. It takes time for your brain to go, oh, that's Spanish.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay. Were you able to talk a lot in Spanish? ¿Has podido hablar mucho en español?
Sort of, because it's quite laid back, but it's everyone's got their own little job to do. It's not like a restaurant where you're constantly shouting orders or anything. So what the things I've had to ask have all been. I have to speak master of Spanish, but the things I've had to ask have been quite testing of vocabulary and things. It's things like quite technical stuff like computers and things. So it's stuff that I might actually have to ask in a regular conversation rather than can I please buy a baguette? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can imagine.
So the Spanish I've been talking has been useful.
¿Para qué utilizarías español en tu futura carrera?
I'm not sure. Well, I'd like to go into law if I get a good enough grades for it, so that would be really useful for it. I prefer French on the whole, because I've been doing it for a lot longer, but it's good to have the other language. I suppose it just makes it more employable, doesn't it, really, if they can branch you out somewhere else. So, yeah, and also it's not just at work as well, but it's nice to be able to go to the country, or even go into an airport and hear what they're saying on a tannoy. It's just nice. Yeah, you don't have to mess around with phrase books and finding someone who speaks English. You can, even if you're not the world's most fluent person, just be able to get across the message. It's really useful.
Sí. Más independiente, ¿no?
Yeah.
Vale. ¿Y te gustaría tener un trabajo internacional? ¿Y realmente has quedado con conocimiento?
I'm not sure I want to work abroad, but I definitely like a job that maybe occasionally had meetings abroad, or I was meeting with international clients, whatever, or something like that, or international people. I'd quite like that, and an excuse to get free holiday out of my company. That'd be good.
¿Y cómo describirías tú a Málaga como ciudad?
Very modern. I mean, when I came when I was a lot younger, and I suppose I didn't really appreciate it because we stayed in a more touristy area, but it's very. It's probably a lot more. It's slightly more Americanized than English cities, because it's a lot of the commercial side that's been added has been added for the tourist industry. A lot of it's a lot of large shopping centres and things, but the actual town bit is very Spanish and a lot prettier than anything we've got. We have to go to. We've only got a few cities that well designed. We've got, like, I live in Sheffield, and the only really nice bit is essentially there's this little 20-metre square bit in the middle, and the rest of it's a bit dire. So but you've got this whole city, it's all very uniformly nice. Yeah, I like it. It's all very well structured as well. It's like avenues and things, but it's not a grid system. Better than I thought, actually. When you said orange plantation, I was a bit dubious. That's a lot better than I thought. Yeah, it was Nahe. We went to Nahe a couple of days ago. I've been there before when I was younger, so it wasn't quite as. I suppose it wasn't quite as the big shock as maybe for some people, because I knew what to expect. But yeah, it's I suppose a gem of the area, really, isn't it? It's what you come to Spain for. And I did like the orange plantation, actually. That was very. Yeah, it's sorry. It's what you expect, but don't expect to see. It's a lot more relaxed than England, I think. You haven't got in England. You've got a load of people in suits getting up at the crack of dawn, and it's a lot more relaxed here. And you've got people, a lot of them can wear pretty much what they want, and well, I haven't seen much of, because we're going somewhere today, aren't we? That I'll get to see more. But from where I've been, it all seems very friendly. It's a very small office as well, so everyone seems to know each other really well. Yeah, very relaxed.
¿Y qué tal la situación económica en general en Inglaterra comparada con la situación económica aquí?
Very similar. I suppose we get ripped off a tiny bit because our exchange rate. So if I were here, I wouldn't buy, say, music or video games or DVDs or whatever, because I'd probably lose out a bit with the exchange rate. But it seems to be very similar. I quite like how you've got things like staple stuff like bread is a lot cheaper. That's like a standard fixed price here, and it's a lot nicer. There's the day-to-day stuff like bread, and it's a lot fresher, and the fruit's a lot nicer. The actual buildings, a lot of them, there's probably a bit more disrepair within the centre than I would think probably find in England. But we have your disrepair is a lot prettier than our disrepair. So ours is all very, very. If it's a bad area, it's definitely a very rugged bad area you don't want to be in. But here you've got a few that are broken down, but it doesn't feel threatening to be in the area. It doesn't feel like you've got very socially. It doesn't feel. I haven't felt like I've been in very, very seriously socially deprived areas. And if you are, you don't feel threatened. It's quite good. If they like sun, it's probably the best place to be. Yeah. It's not like going somewhere. I've been to places like Fiji, which are similar sort of heat and humidity, but but it's a lot more poverty, and it's a lot less familiar, and that's what put me off going to other kinds of hotter climates. So I suppose Spain's. That's why a lot of people come here from England, I think, because Spain's it's a middle ground between going somewhere like going to a foreign country and just want to change your climate. It's all very familiar, and it's economically very similar. Or you've got lots of same shops, but then you've got this much better climate if you like the sun, and then I would recommend it.
Y por último, en 3 palabras clave. ¿Cómo describirías tú en total la estancia, el work placement?
3 words. I don't really do anything with 3 words. Relaxed. Yeah, relaxed. Happy, and I say placid, but it's pretty much the same word as relaxed. Productive.